Good afternoon. My name is TING, and I represent the company called Chaos Global Resources. I am here to propose a training program. It's a one-day training program on PR and customer service. And the title of this program or training is called How Frontliners Can Have Excellence in PR and Customer Service. I believe that these days PR is so important, right? Especially in an industry where service is required, right? So, what would be our training objectives? The training objective is to equip our frontliners with guidelines and best practices of excellent PR and customer service. And what will be the training outcome? The training outcome will be improved services and delivery standards, reflecting higher levels of customer satisfaction and bottom line profits. I think most companies nowadays, they would look at this bottom line. So it all reflects from the top to the bottom. And why frontliners? Because they are actually the doorkeepers of your company. Right? And how do we conduct this training? We will be, first of all, like usual in all training cases, you have the icebreaker. And this is what we will do in icebreaker. The methodology is we will use games, and the materials, of course, we'll use music and speakers. We get everybody involved to break the ice, right? And how do I assess this icebreaker session? I'll be observing them, and watching them and observing them. Of course, you will see all the interactions among all the participants. And the assessment, of course, will be observation. You will get to observe them, and through the interaction and that you'll be able to tell roughly how do they behave and how have they participated so far. Ice-breaking is so important because that's the beginning of you engaging the audience. Like you would tell your staff, some of them they will be like so reserved, never been sent to training. They will be so quiet. So ice-breaking is to get them out of their shell. And the duration is only 10 minutes. And my module will cover, the first module will be, there will be 4 modules. The first will be power of communication. Because in PR, communication is so important. I will not elaborate, but roughly you would know what will buy. The module 1 will cover roles and function of PR, and also, of course, corporate identity and image, which is very important. And of course, the methodology will be ice-breaking, again, games, group discussion, lectures. Materials will be slides, handout, videos, laptop speakers, of course, the training room. And also the assessment, how do I assess based on this, whether they get it or not, is observation and oral questions I'll be asking them. And the duration is 1 hour, 30 minutes because it's quite, I think it's an important subject to cover, so I give 1 hour and 30 minutes. My next module is creating a culture of service excellence, right? And we will be looking at what's in the attitude, and then we will be looking at importance of strong values in customer delivery excellence. We'll also be looking at core customer service qualities and competencies, whether your frontliners are equipped with the competence to do their jobs or not. And then, of course, we'll be doing some real-life work challenges so that they can get the practical aspect of the training itself. Okay? And, of course, the methodology will be more or less the same. We'll be using lecture, discussion, group dynamics, presentation, and, of course, role plays are very important to get them engaged. And the assessment, role play, again, and simulation. Materials will be slides and also handouts. And the duration is same, I think it's 1.5 hours. Okay, we must have missed out somewhere. Okay, the next module is people skills to deliver excellent customer service. Oh, this is very interesting. We go back to basics. Right? We go back to basics on communicating to customers. How do the frontliners communicate to customers? If you notice my first slide just now, I purposely put a lady with a picture of 2 faces. Right? Later on, we will look at it again if you cannot remember. Now, we want to build rapport, deal with difficult customers. Right? Deal with difficult customers and, of course, developing emotional intelligence, which is very, very important. We don't need only IQ these days, we need EQ. Okay? And module 3, next we go to module 4. Of course, methodology the same. You can see it's more or less the same methods and assessment and materials duration used. Right? Module 4 is essence of business ethics. It's so important. We must look at work ethics, business ethics, and these are the things that I will be covering. The do's and don'ts, working ethics, customer relations, corporate, personal grooming, handling the phone. Very, very important. People forget how to handle the phone these days. Instead of saying, thank you for calling Masters Trainers Consultancy, good afternoon, they will say, wait. They do that sometimes. I can assure you sometimes. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm just giving an example. Right? And paying attention to words and body language. Good afternoon. You see the facial expression instead of good afternoon, you know. So there are these things that we want to look at on business ethics, and of course, collaborative culture within the team is so important. Nowadays, it's like you do yours, I do mine, we go back and let's forget. You know, that kind of thing. So it's very, very important. All right, and methodology, the same. I'll be using more or less the same. And of course, Carl's Global Resources will present you this trainer. And this trainer, you would like to know, of course, who will the trainer be if you're going to take up this training program. Of course, this trainer is Catherine Ting. She is an accredited training professional.
Where's the
and
teacher?
Yet to come. And a PSBM certified trainer with over 30 years of working experience with both the private and public sectors. And Catherine began her career as a secretary. Thereafter, developed herself via endless learning through job appointments related to human resources, management, financial services, business development, and public relations. And Catherine is a passionate trainer. She loves to help people to learn and perform. And that's Catherine.
Wow.
Wow, does she look like me? Yes.
Is she still single?
At that time, already taken.
Oh, no.
Oh no. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm right on time. Thank you for paying attention to me. And if you do have any question and answers, I'll be able to answer you. And if I don't, then I probably will get my coach to help to answer you.
All right,
thank you.